Hello students. In the last video we were discussing about the memory representation of stack. Two memory representations of the stack are there, arrays and array data structure is used, and also linked list data structure is used for representing stacks. In this video we will be discussing about the two algorithms that are used for insertion and deletion operations in stack. Insertion operation in stack is known as push, and deletion operation in stack is known as pop. So these two algorithms we will go through today. This is the push algorithm, in which we use the name stack to represent the array, and n is the number of elements in the array stack, and top is the pointer which points at the topmost element of the stack, and item is the variable name which is to be inserted into the stack. So push operation is used to insert new elements or items into the stack. N represents number of or the size of the array which is used to represent the stack. This is the algorithm for push operation. Just now I explained what are these terms used for. Top is used as the pointer, then stack is used as the name of the array in which we are going to represent the stack, and item is the element to be inserted. So these terms I just explained. And in the algorithm, the first step what we have to do is, whenever we are inserting an element into the stack, we should first check whether the stack is full or not. If the stack is full, then it is overflow condition. We will not be able to insert a new element into the stack. Suppose this is the stack, and my stack size is 3. Stack size is 3. Then I will not be able to insert another element because it is a static representation of stack. Stack of 0, then stack of 1, and stack of 2. If the array size is 3. So this is the representation in array. When the stack is full, suppose I have entered the elements as 20, 30, 10, 20 and 30, then the stack is full because the size of the array n is equal to 3 in this. Now I am checking here whether top is at this point. That is, if the stack is full, then the top will be pointing at the topmost element of the stack, which is stack of 2. The subscript is 2, which represents n minus 1 value. So first we have to check whether top is equal to this value. If it is, then you just print the message as stack is full and it is overflow condition, exit the algorithm. Otherwise, we have to go to the next step, else, the next step. So for the next step, the stack condition can be this. It could be the first element in the stack, or the first item in the stack, or the second item, or the third item it can be. So first top, if top is pointing at the lowest or this is the lowest position of the stack, or the element which is pushed in first will be at this point. So first element is 10. Your top will be top plus 1. Top plus 1. Then initially it is null. When it is increased to 1, it is pointing at this lower base position, and you will be able to insert one element in it. That is the first element. Okay, after inserting, that is, item is assigned to stack of top. So 10 is there in item. This is assigned to stack of top. You have increased the value of top by 1. So it is pointing at this location, and you have inserted the first value or first element into the stack. Next, this algorithm is used only for inserting one element into the stack. And it is a procedure or a function it is. So as and when you want to insert a new element into it, you call this function from the main program. So you will be calling for this stack, you will be calling this procedure 3 times with different values. First you are calling the same function with 10, then you call the same function with 20, and then with the same function you call same function you are calling with 30. And then afterwards you come to this condition, that is, if top is equal to n minus 1, then the stack is full and you will not be able to insert any more values into the stack. Just for explanation's sake, I have taken the stack size as very small, as 3. So this is how the push algorithm works. Let us go through the algorithm step by step and trace how it works for inserting or pushing operation in a stack. Now the first condition is the stack will be empty. We'll take a very small stack which is of size 3. The top pointer is at this location initially, that is -1, it is equal to -1 or null value. And to bring the stack to the base, this is the top we say and this is the base, opposite side is the base, that is the place where we are inserting the first element into the stack. That is the push operation, pushing first element into the stack. So in this algorithm, whenever we want to insert any new element into the stack, first we should check for the full condition, that is the overflow condition, which represents when all the elements are, when the stack is full, when all the elements are inserted into the stack and it is equal to the size of the stack or the array, then it is overflow condition. Then we will not be able to insert a new element into the stack. So this condition is not true in our case because the stack is empty. This is empty stack condition. The stack is empty where top is pointing at the null, it is equal to null value or it is equal to -1. We go to the next step. We are not executing these two statements, that is printing stack is full because it is not full, and we are not exiting. We are going to the next step, step 2, where you increase the stop pointer by 1. So top is -1 plus 1 will be 0. So we are pointing at this location now, top. Stack of 0. Stack of 0 is assigned the item. What is the item? Which item we are inserting? 10. So 10 will be stored at the first location in the stack and return to the main function, because this is a procedure, or we can take it as function also. Return to the main function and call the same push algorithm or function second time to push the new item into the stack. That is, we are pushing now, we are trying to push 20 now. So before pushing, we should check again for the overflow condition. It is not true in our case because it is not full. So the top pointer is increased by 1 again. So 0 plus 1 is 1. So top will be 1 now. And item is 20. 20 is inserted to stack of 1. So this is the place where we are going to insert the second element, and the top pointer changes to the next location. So 20 will be in the second location. Again the procedure returns to the main function. From there we are calling the push algorithm with different values, say 30. And the same procedure is followed. Check for overflow condition, it is not true, and increase the top pointer by 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Next you are inserting 30. 30 into the stack of 2 location. So stack of 2 is this, where you insert first top pointer will change. Top pointer comes to this location, then you are inserting 30 into the stack. Okay, the stack is full now. Physically when you look into it, it is full now. But when we call the function, we will not check for this. We will not be knowing. So unknowingly, you are just trying to push one more element into the stack. So you check this condition now. If top is equal to n minus 1, see here, what is the value of top? It is 2. So it is, our stack size is 3. 3 minus 1 is equal to 2, which is the top pointer value. So it means that the stack is full and we have come to overflow condition. So you exit the function without doing insertion operation. And this will be notified in the, when you get this message printed, then it means that we are not able to insert element into the stack and it is overflow condition. So this is how the push operation works. In the next video, we will be talking about or discussing about pop operation, that is deletion operation from the stack.